Hi, everyone. I just wanted to take a moment to talk about some key topics today. I didn't get a chance to go live Monday and Tuesday, but I tried. I actually think it's a good example of just trying something new and how it can feel a little rocky at first and frustrating and eventually pay off. So I'm happy to be here with all of you live, and I do hope that um, this is working. I think it is working. Um, okay. Forgive me for the technical difficulties. Okay, so on Monday I did a blog post and a on kind of the application black hole, and that's really what I want to talk about. I think the biggest thing to think about here is, and I actually love to gamble, just for fun, and I live in Mesa, so a lot of people, so we can go to the casino. Um, And I actually strategically pick the things that have the least house edge, which is one of the things is Pai Gow poker. And so when I think about playing poker, I think about like, okay, if I had $100 and I were to bet on whether someone submitted 100 applications or talked to 100 people, um, I would bet on 100 people all day long. And when you think about those strategies, let's just say you're tweaking your resume for each one, keyword matching, blah, blah, blah. So it all shows up. Or you're actively networking with people at the company, understanding the problems that they have, which ones align to you most, using that for your positioning and meeting some boosters along the way. I do love the 2-hour job search frame of finding boosters, and not everyone's going to be your booster. And you can pretty quickly identify them. And so, hands down, I think networking is the way to go. And I think it's what makes us feel really, really uncomfortable. So, like, take trying on LinkedIn Live and going live and not having an edited version of myself, like, super, super uncomfortable. But that's where we grow. And I think it's going to be a really important part to think about and how we can push ourselves. Now, I do think my blog post on Monday was about the hidden cost of spray and pray. And what it has done to people is essentially you apply, you get rejected, or you don't hear anything, you apply, you get rejected. So this like feeling of rejection is just building. And so with that feeling of rejection, then you're thinking, well, maybe I need to apply for something that's, you know, not even my level. And I think that this is where this is where you really have to think about what it's doing to like your psyche. Because then you're like, well, I can't even get hired for jobs that I don't want. I've heard people say that like routinely. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's back up a second. And so to think about how much your strategy is actually impacting you and your future longevity of like your career tracking, your total lifetime value of what you're going to earn, like it's crazy how much our job strategy can impact this. And so um, a key thing to think about when you think about applying, so aside from like how it makes us feel, um, is that the job search is changing. So recruiters are overwhelmed. Like right now, it's AI versus AI, and nobody's winning. Recruiters aren't winning. Applicants are not winning. So essentially, applicants are keyword matching, so they seem like a good fit, and then recruiters don't know what to trust. This is what I'm hearing from people, and I do wanna do, like, a deep dive with a recruiter that has a really good take on this, but essentially, recruiters don't know what to trust, so they're actually going to source their own candidates because they can trust that, and they're looking at people's LinkedIn profiles. Now, the biggest thing you need to think about for this is that, um, LinkedIn is your first interview, so I'll just plant that seed. But they're also going through referrals. So that goes back to the networking strategy. So, if you get anything out of today, I really want you to take a look at your strategy and think about what's working and what's not working. I'm trained in Six Sigma. There's something called value stream mapping. It's where you go through everything. What value does this bring? Is this a needed process, a not needed process? And so really think about your job search and what you're doing and if it's adding value. I hope this is something helpful for you to think about today. We'll keep talking about this. You'll probably keep hearing some of the same things, which, is my hesitancy with LinkedIn Live and all the content I'm putting out there. But I also want to hear from you what questions you have and what value I can bring for you. Sign up for my email newsletter. I'll also be giving exclusive access and a private podcast as well for that. All right, talk to you all soon.